year, something like that.
Right, in the year following,
Yeah.
that the average return on the S&Ps is 15%. In the year after, as long as the S&Ps, if they cut rates 1% off the all-time high, uh, 15% has been the that's why they say it's never, and it's always happened. It's happened like two or three times, or three or four times of it, that the Fed have cut rates from all-time highs. It can't happen too many times, you know.
That's
Because
going to push us up to close to 7,000 or a little
yeah,
over,
15% get you 900 more points more, much higher than
almost
7,000.
8,000.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're going to have to come up with some more numbers.
yeah.
Yeah, I had numbers all the way out to 6,700. And I'm going, okay, that ought to do me.
hmm That got back to the drawing board.
Yep. Wonder how much money's lost and made in a day in the ES.
Well, futures for the most part are zero sum game, right?
Yeah.
So whoever made a whole bunch of money,
Somebody
somebody else
lost it.
lost it.
Yeah.
95% of the time, it's a zero sum game. So
I'm usually on the lost side. So had a relative asked me, said, "How do you trade that thing?" I said, "Well, if you want to find out if you can really trade it, I says, what you do is you get you a bag full of money and you get in the car and you roll down your side of the window and you roll down the back window behind you and you take your handful of that money and you throw it out the front window and what blows in the back window is what you get to keep." I said it works about like that. You just hope more blows in than blows out.
no, that's funny. All right, well, we're just kind of hanging here around the 04 area, blue band, both sides of our blue band. So kind of quiet, but we've had some nice rotations there against our first couple support levels, give us some nice scalping opportunities. And it's been a busy week, so maybe things will just quiet down here.
It's already 9 o'clock. Has Philip done come and gone?
I think so. All right, well, range bound, even though we're in a big range, but we did bounce off our pivot there at 10, and now we're kind of just in the middle of this range. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. You definitely have to be a little bit patient here. Wait for opportunities. We also focus on the morning hours to give us those opportunities. All right. Well, again, like I said, we're trading on both sides of our pivot here. So our blue band, very neutral. Just have to be patient here. And again, when it gets in a range like this, best thing to do is just to be patient and wait. Upside resistance, as you can see there in the chat, is up at the 20 area. Downside support down where they tested our 04 and our 97. So we're looking at the 89, and kind of in the middle here. Patience is important.
Well, we got a 1568 VIX this morning.
1568. Huh, not too bad.
It was what, 14 something yesterday?
Was it in the 14 range yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Right, definitely kind of trading both sides of our pivot here. I'm sorry, both sides are blue band. So pivot there is up at 10. Just going nowhere fast here, and I've got to be patient.
Yeah, it's a little bit too exciting for me this morning.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet here. A couple trades, about it. Not much to get too excited about, but it is what it is. Yeah, definitely. Again, trading on both sides of our pivot there, so nothing to get too excited about. I'm sorry, I keep saying pivot. It's our blue band. That's basically telling us there's no direction here.
Hmm. I think everybody must have took off for an early weekend.
Yeah, I think so.
Those are the smart ones.
Yeah.
Well, how's the grand dog doing?
The other one is doing okay, you know, but
They
he
still,
they had to, no, they had to actually put him down
oh,
last week. Yeah,
bless their heart.
he was. It happened pretty fast. To be honest with you, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
But he, yeah, it was just it just got progressed really quickly.
Was that the first one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the first one. Yeah, it progressed really quickly. It was sad, but kind of they didn't, happen so fast that there was no time for him to. They only knew him in a good way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sometimes you get in a position where you have to. They're sick for a long time, and
Yep.
you have to take care of them. But he, it was less. It was about a week from the time he got diagnosed till they couldn't do anything about it. Unfortunately, it was sad. I mean,
Yeah.
his parents were very upset, as you can imagine.
Yeah. My heart goes out to them.
Yeah, takes a little bit of time.
I guess if you're raised around a farm, you've got so many animals to tend that if you lose one, you don't doesn't affect you quite as bad.
Hmm.
But when you just got one, that's
Hmm.
tough.
Hmm. Yeah. 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 It was tough on everybody, actually. All the extended, all the kids got, all of them were affected by it, including the other kid, my other girls. So it was hard. A little tough one. It was actually the first new person into the family. So
You'll have fond memories of your winter walks.
yes, yes, and they were sending pictures all week long, of of him, and he loved to swim. He used to go to they used to take him to the lake to swim, and they used to, yeah, he used to like come out of there with a frisbee. They throw it in the lake. He goes, grabs it, comes out. He's all wet, and how
Was he a lab?
yeah, yeah. So
I tell you what amazes me, them goofy dogs that swim underwater.
yeah, thank God. I don't know. Too much for me. I mean, I don't. They took him for swimming lessons. He loved the water. Yeah,
Swimming lessons.
they didn't take him. They didn't take him for obedience lessons. They took him for swimming lessons, and he loved the water. And so
They jump out of the boat in the water, says, sucker, you jump, swim.
yeah, oh yeah, he wasn't afraid to. He just would jump right off of a pier or something. He goes right into it. He just flies right in there. He loved the water. And some other dogs are so scared to,
Oh, yeah.
so scared to the water. He was quite the water lover, that's for sure.
I love the one says, you want a bath, and they go hide.
Yeah, right.
They do. They just, not me.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, they're going to get them another one.
TBD. I don't know.
Yeah.
See what they say. Who knows? Don't know.
And Grandpa needs another friend.
No, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good. I don't. No, don't need other friends. It was tough, man. It was hard.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
You get attached to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though when you don't like them, you get attached to them.
Right. Yeah, for sure. It's not like I didn't like him. He just was a pain in the buttocks. So, he was just his own little person.
Yeah.
And like I said, they took him to swim school over obedience school. So what does that tell you?
I've never heard of taking a lab to swim school.
Yeah, well,
It's foreign to me. Throw that
yeah,
sucker in the water, tell him to paddle. He'll figure it out.
yeah, but well, they did that. They didn't take him to obedience school. They took him to swim school. So you tell me what that means.
Jump in the water and say, come on.
Yeah. Yep. All right, definitely both sides of our blue band. No going nowhere fast. They really pulled the plug here quickly, didn't they? Well, at least we gave us a couple of opportunities there. They bounce off of our 97 very, very nicely. If you stay long, got a nice opportunity here.
My blue band almost went flat.
I know, right? it's almost flat in our hourly, and a sidewinding here for after yesterday's rally. It was a big rally from Wednesday after that crazy sell off.
Everybody pretty well knew they were going to cut a quarter of a point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the only thing I can think of is that they ran it up, they sold it off, and they repositioned themselves for it to go up.
Yeah, but that was such a massive rally. I mean, it was literally 15 minutes to get a 60-point rally. It's crazy. And the break going down was a free fall. It was just a free fall going down, and free fall going back up. That's why we talk about being very careful in regards to trading those situations, because they're not doesn't bode too well for us unless you can catch one of these rides and hang on. Problem is when you're catching the ride that you're not hanging on, you're catching the wrong ride, and then you're like, what do I do now? So try to stay away from having to make that decision.
Yeah, and I was on the wrong bus the other day.
It's hard. Yeah.
Look, we know where it's going. Why don't y'all turn this thing around?
Yeah, it'll force you out before it finally turns it around. That's the thing.
Yeah, for the first time, it jumped my stop.
Yeah. Oh, that's the first time? Oh, you didn't see that before?
It jumped the stop. I caught it real quick.
Yeah, it happens. You put your stop in there at a certain price, and you don't get it because the market just extends right past it. And it happens. And you're like, what's going on here? That shouldn't happen. I had a stop in there. Why didn't I get filled? And then you go call your broker, and your broker says, sorry, it's the way the ball bounces. They don't get it. They have no responsibility for anything. This is the market. We can't do anything about it. Now, if you had it in the old days where you had a stop in there, and you had your broker to, if you had a paper stop in there, and your broker was in there, he'd be responsible for filling that stop at that price. But then what happened is they gave what do you call it? They gave them a little leeway. They put up when the markets got a little bit crazy, when numbers were released, they put up a fast indicator on the market, and the fast indicator on the market eliminated the responsibility of the broker to have to fill them at the price that they were supposed to get filled at. So when the market had a fast indicator on there, the broker wasn't responsible for filling his stops at those certain prices. And usually the fast indicator came on when unemployment was released or some goofy number like that.
Well, I sure was glad that they swept the boards.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you were.
my hole was getting dark and deep. I go, come on, guys, give me a break.
Yeah, it did come back.
Like you said, it probably will come to those points, but we just don't know when.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You're like watching and watching. You're like, okay, and it's just the pain you have to endure.
Yeah,
that's the problem. And it's just not worth the aggravation.
It's really not. Then how come we keep doing it over and over again?
Because you like the action.
I guess.
There's no other explanation for our stupidity.
I can't cure my own stupidity. That's it.
No, you can't. You just love it too much. That's the problem.
You go along every 2 or 3 days there, and every number's hitting and working like it should. And
Mm-hmm.
you think, okay, we got this down now.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day shows up.
Yeah. It always brings you back to reality, the market. They're so good at it. They're so good at bringing you back to reality. Every time I thought I had it all figured out, it slapped me back and put me back in my place.
I look back and I say, we as traders, we want rules. Man, this is it.
Hmm?
But we don't follow them. So what good are they?
Yeah, well, the job of the market is to take you out of your rules.
Yeah, it does a very good job.
It is, exactly. It tells you, you got rules. Let me show you my rules.
It's it.
That's the job of the market.
What's that old saying? The market's always right.
Always right. And, yeah. Nothing's bigger than the market. Just remember that. It is amazing, though. Yeah, it is amazing. It's so true, but we are definitely range bound here. Volatility's been sucked out of the market a tad. Upside resistance, we're looking at 20. It did hold our pivot there at 10 a couple times.
Well, it's all. You have a great weekend.
You too. Thanks for keeping everybody entertained here with me. It was kind of slow when there's nothing going on, and for me to talk all the time, it's very tough. So I appreciate that.
Maureen's back. She's got a new duties now.
Yeah.
I'm just not as talkative as you are. He stalls by himself when you leave.
What do they say? I'm either baffle them with brilliance or cover them in crap.
All right, well, have a great weekend. And don't forget, I think you're working for me Tuesday and Wednesday next week.
Let's see. I got it down.
Yeah.
The 23rd, 24th.
Yeah.
That's next Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I do it. Are you going to be in it all on Tuesday?
No.
You'll be in on Monday, though.
Yeah. Okay. Monday I'll be here, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Take care. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right. Yeah, definitely range bound here. So let's got to be a little bit patient. That's why we also try to focus on the morning hours, because you can see how the afternoon they kind of might Just don't give us too many opportunities, especially if we trade like this all day. And again, just got itself in a little bit of a range. All right. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. All right, market just kind of again. Let's see how they got a little shelf there. If you're interested in top end of the range, so you want a tight stop against it, try to scalp it. Again, just range around here. I go nowhere fast. You have to be patient. All right, just gonna go nowhere fast. If nobody has any questions, good time to ask. You're definitely at the mercy of volatility in the markets. Patient for opportunities. All right, you can see here they're just holding that little tight little range, not going anywhere. Now again, they go to the top end of that range and come off. It's kind of just staying in this range more than anything else. I have a downtick in here a little bit. Again, downside support. We already tested a 97, so we're pretty much looking down at 89 next if we get down there. Again, we already tested this 97, so we're looking at the 89 next. All right, we're down ticking here a little bit, looking at the 89. And 93.50 is our settlement price. All right, can we come down here to our settlement price here for those that are a little aggressive with that. Nice rotation against settlement price. And just a matter of waiting for opportunities here. All right, next support level we're looking at is down here at the 89 area. Trying to inch its way down there. Now we did go down to that settlement price there and bounce off of that here a little bit. Now we're just kind of popping back up into, there, right up to our blue band area there at 04. It's also at the resistance area that trading at. So I don't know what happened there, but we went long against that. Nice little pop back up there. You just sometimes hit those stops, or some news comes out. You never know when these little stops are going to get triggered. But hopefully, we're long from that settlement price feed. We're a little aggressive. Not everybody has to do it. I'm just suggesting different price action trades. There was definitely a price action trade right there. All right, well, kind of staying a little bit weak here. The 89 is our next support. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Our Scalping mini S&Ps. We're coming here to the end of our morning session. And hopefully we've had some nice opportunities, nice price action trades in addition to our levels. You just have to be patient for them a little bit, and they definitely pull the plug here a touch. All right. Well, we drift back a little bit into the range. Our downside support is down at 89. Seeing how that 05 area, 6 area, I think we get above 10. I think we might rotate back up to, maybe the 20 area there, which is our first resistance area. Or we might stay in this range the rest of it. Just never know. All right. Hope everybody did well today. Had some nice opportunities. Have a good weekend. Get back to you Monday. Have a good weekend there. Maureen?
Thanks, so. Hope everybody has a good weekend too, and we'll see you all on Monday.